And so the task today is we're getting to another element of what everyone was training for the Fondo. And haven't done a lot of paceline type group work. And even though maybe a fairly small group that we end up with some of these big rides, there's still elements that we want to practice and learn about to have the best time we can out there. So we're going to work on a little bit of that, top of the workout. And before that, just going to get into our structured warm-up here. So just another minute, easy pedaling, easy, about 3 out of 10. And let's just think top to bottom about what we're doing for today. Nice and relaxed in the face. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Give your elbows a little shake. And make sure you're nice and centered, nice and strong through the core. I had somebody ask me about that the other day. It's funny, you think it's fairly straightforward, but just really, if you're to feel your abs engaged. And I remember listening to one of our coaches, actually from Whistler, saying, you just kind of make it feel like you might get punched in the stomach at any time, or someone tries to knock you off your bike, and you want to be really solid. So that's the feeling, having the core nice and strong and engaged. Okay? Gonna get into structure part of the warm-up. Make sure you're as comfortable as possible. Windows open, fans on, all those kinds of things, so that you're getting the most quality that you can out of the workout. Okay? All right, here we go. Gonna start out at crisp kind of climbing cadence, 80. So for me, dropping back from I was around 95 or so. So 80 cadence. And if you're not using a cadence meter, you can use counting. Either watch my legs, use counting every 15 seconds, 20 pedal strokes in 15, 1, 2, 3, like that. And I want you to bring your gear up for me to 6 out of 10, or 60%. So nice and relaxed. A little bit of gear for sure, 60%, where we're still putting words together, but we're not completely easy group ride kind of feeling. There's a little bit coming into the legs. And that's the feeling we're gonna wanna stay at, but we're gonna keep bringing the cadence up, meaning we're gonna be feeling that at a different cadence each increase. All right? So settle into this now. We're gonna do 2 minutes. Two minutes, 80 cadence. I have to slow it down a little bit more here. Nice and relaxed. If you're using music from our Spotify, maybe you want to click that onto the warm-up portion right now. First 7 songs or so, and then it gets into the music that goes along with the workout. Okay? Almost at a minute. 80 cadence. This is on the slow side, but it's a crisp climbing cadence, like I say. Another minute here. You should be fully in to feeling whether you're at about that 6 out of 10 now. Good job, guys. While you're at this little bit engagement of gear, you can just kind of revisit what you're feeling like. Keep thinking of relaxing that upper body. In 30 seconds, I'm gonna have you bring up the cadence by 10. So up to 90, getting into more of our optimal range. But just leave the gear for now. Go with the increased effort. Hold on to it for a minute with me, and then we'll back the gear off. So little increase in workload, then we'll back the load off, and we'll stay with the increase in cadence. In 10 seconds now, winding it up. No big punchy acceleration. In 3, 2, from 80 to 90 cadence, up, up. Probably take you just a few seconds to get there. You don't feel the increased workload right away. Almost halfway through, you're gonna get that little gear change. Breathe into it. Probably feeling closer to your 70% when we're like this. Lower part of the body, strong through the feet, letting your ankles help you move and pull into the back of the pedal stroke. In 10 seconds, you're gonna get to bring that gear off a little bit. 2, 1, little bit of gear off. Hold the cadence. Staying at that 90. Feels like a little souplesse in the legs. 2 minutes right here. Feeling like we're at 60% again. May take just a little bit longer to come down. Feeling of effort. Hopefully, if you're on a bike on the trainer, you're not having too much trouble trying to find the little nuances of the changes. I know sometimes if your cog set is widely spaced between the gears, then you might have a hard time making the subtle changes. On our bikes, you're fine. On a smart trainer, you're gonna have to keep changing the wattage once you get to the cadence. 1 more minute like this. 90 cadence. Settling into that rhythm. About 22 pedal strokes every 15 seconds. Nice neutral foot position. Thirty more seconds. Just trying to get that nicely warmed up feeling. So when we get to the hard efforts, your muscles have already felt a little bit of training stress, higher zones, ready to go. You're gonna stay in this gear. You're gonna bring the cadence up to 100 and hold it for a minute. Up, up, 100 cadence. Try and relax into it. A little bit of an increased workload. Probably closer to 7 out of 10. Just peg it right there. 25 pedal strokes every 15 seconds. Should have this one dialed by now. 90 to 100 for all of us. Hard to get pretty comfortable. Just need to practice it a little bit. I like to play a little game. Look down at my cadence meter, look away, see if I can have exactly the same number when I look back. 10 seconds, a little bit less than. Gonna back the gear off again and stay at 100 cadence. 2, 1, little bit of gear off. Sometimes harder thing to do for a newer rider is to actually feel the gear come off when you're at that cadence and then adjust with that change in the workload. Hold on to the cadence, right? So you're focusing on the rhythm, you're feeling that little bit of respite come into your muscles as you back the gear off, and you're just holding that same rhythm. Almost a minute already. Good, play the little game with me. Look at your cadence meter. I got 100, 101. I'm gonna look away. If I put that pressure on myself, might not manage to do it. Look away for a whole 30 seconds. Try to just keep it pegged right there. Ten more. No looking down. If you're using my legs, I guess that's a fair trade. Looking down. 2. Oh, I got 101. Nice. Okay, guys. Another 30 seconds. Same thing, you're gonna bring it up to 110. Holding the gear. Now we're kind of at that place where all of us spike a little bit in lactate. Maybe not the more experienced riders as much, but it's usually into overreaching for the majority of us. Let's bring it up. 110, wind it up. Come on, guys. Squeeze it up. Good job. This is going to seem a little bit long. Another good 30 seconds right here. Going to think about our friend with the Instagram post with a bag of carrots on her head. Trying to keep really steady. Showing me she could do it. 10 seconds. Holding it right here. You're gonna back the gear off in 2, 1, and hold that 110. Now we're even holding an awkward cadence. Even harder to do, making the change in the effort. Back to your 60%, 110 RPM. Lock it in right here. 2 minutes. Almost at the end of this ramp. 90 seconds to go. Good, relax those shoulders. Just over a minute, guys. Hold it right here. Strong through the feet. Eyes up. Relax. Feeling this? Learning it? Thirty more seconds. On just the pistons. $20 seconds to go. One more lift coming up. Awesome job, everyone. All right, from that 110, holding the gear. 2, 1, 115. Another little spike in effort. Come on, guys. Draw into that core. Bring the shoulders down. Nicely done. A little bit longer. $30 seconds. Play the looking at your cadence game. Come on. A little more. Almost at 15. Come on, last 10. Quick feet. 3, 2, and let it go. Gear off. Easy cadence. Whatever you're the most comfortable at. Nice. Back to a 2, 3 out of 10. Significantly under your 50%. And I described that the other day as if 1 out of 10 is lying on the couch, 2 out of 10 is making your coffee, 3 out of 10, then you just hop on your bike and start rolling your legs over. Not quite up to where we're in a ride, which is two stages later at about 5 out of 10. So on the video behind me, I actually have team time trial at the World Championships. It's the women's race from a couple of years ago. And it's just as a reminder, reflection, reference for what we're talking about with some pace line riding and emphasizing the maximization of a group riding in synchronicity, let's say, taking proper pulls, not trying to blow each other up, actually trying to help each other to maximize the speed from A to B. So the first set we're going to do is that, but just before we get there, we're going to do a quick little cadence ramp without any gear, well, without a lot of gear. So from this, as opposed to working from our 60% number, bringing it up, we're in an easy gear, and we're going to just do a little quick acceleration over 90 seconds. So you're going to bring it up with me from 90 to 100. Your wattage or your gear or your effort being in the easy range. Now have a little drink. And I'm going to give you the cue to start your 90 seconds. Coming up in 5. Okay, I'm just going to say up, up. You're going to wind it up to try and get your maximal speed in the last 20 seconds or so. All right, winding up from now. 90 seconds to go. I'm already at 100. Keep it going. You do it at your rate. Up, up. 15 seconds. Nice and in control. Getting used to that. Squeezing through the pedals. Little bit higher cadence. 30 seconds. Up, up. Keep it going. Long as you want it to take you, knowing how long you can hold your max. Just trimming off that leg speed. 45 seconds in, guys. Keep it going. Up, up. $30 seconds to go. Trying to get to your max. Shoulders relaxed. 20 seconds to go. Come on. Quick feet. Eyes up. 10. Come on. 5. 2. 1. Let it go. Back it off to where you're comfortable. Good job, everyone. We'll do that again. Bringing it in to your preferred cadence to start. A little drink. Shoulders down. Gonna start in 10 seconds. Here we go. Starting from your preferred cadence. On my cues. 90 seconds to go. Up, up. Start winding into it. Almost 15 seconds. Keep it going. Up, up. Well over 100 now. 30 seconds in. Up, up. Come on. As we get to 45 seconds, almost there, thinking about hitting our top speed and how long we can hold it. 45 seconds to go, guys, come on. And up, up, come on. 30 seconds. Almost at our last 20. Top speed. Come on, guys. Squeeze it out. 15. 10. 3, 2, and back it off. Good one. Okay, I'm just going to explain this first a little bit and the visuals. Some of you more experienced have ridden this kind of thing a lot and understand it well, but I have even found I've ridden with people who've been on their bikes a long time and still kind of need to revisit the basics a little bit. So what you're going to do is we're stimulating a group of 4, and everybody's taking a 30-second pull for the sake of simplicity. So quite like this, what we're going for is being smooth, no one being on the front for too long and dropping the speed, no one staying on the front too long and not being able to get back on the back, all of those kinds of elements. So this is something once you learn it and you're out on a big ride, whatever it is, you need to utilize it. Really good to understand these elements and then also share it with some of the less experienced people around you. So the focus is we're starting out in the off, and the off is at your 70%. Those of you who have a little bit more time in on the bike, use your FTP number. Our power is probably closer to 70 to 75. You're at 90 RPM minimum. And I'm suggesting that on your pull, which is every 90 seconds, that you are using cadence predominantly to bring it up, okay? So the off, at your 70% number, 90 cadence, 90-ish, 90 seconds. So you're the back rider, you're the second from the back, you're the second from the front, 30 seconds, winding it up to your 80 to 85 or your 8 out of 10. And you can use cadence as much as you can. If you prefer to use gear and you're on a bike that'll let you do that, then by all means do that as well. Just whatever you can do to most effectively simulate that rotation. So everybody good? Want to give me a thumbs up? Yes? Simple? Okay, 5 of these, meaning 10 minutes. So the beginning, you'll feel in control, it'll feel manageable, and then it'll start to build and build as you get into the latter part of it. So get yourself settled. Right now, I'm going to start you in 30 seconds. So right now, find the cadence and find a little bit of gear from recovery. So maybe into your 50 to 60% range. While you're at that cadence, have a drink of water. Settled and ready to go. We'll take this through the whole thing, okay? Through the whole 10 minutes. All right, in 10 seconds. 70%. 3, 2, shoulders relaxed, Shelly. Let's go. Come on, guys. Back position. 4 people in the group. Right at about your hour power. Last person in the line. All right, good. You're in your rhythm now. 30 seconds down. Second last position. If you were doing this for real, you might even give yourself a little gear change right here for a few seconds. It's the one place you can relax a bit in a group like this. Almost at a minute. Hold it right here. Good job, guys. Gonna be moving into that second position in the line, and then your pull. Okay? Getting ready. Looking for that signal from the rider in front of you. They're gonna pull off. Less than 10 seconds. You're gonna roll through, gear or cadence. In 2, 1. Come on, guys. You're in charge of the speed now. Up, up. 8 out of 10 effort. I'm looking up the road. No sudden punchy accelerations. It's taking your turn. 2, 1, signal, and on the back. Drop your cadence a little bit. Gear, if you increase the effort that way. 1 down. Recover, recover. Remember, get on the back of a group. Always feels way harder than you think it should. Next position, we're moving into now, is where you actually get the recovery. There we go. Second from the back. Awesome job. Feel it through your feet. Nice and strong. Recover, recover. Teach yourself to get the recovery you need. Various configurations of group size, of efforts, length of efforts, intensity of efforts. Teach yourself to react, respond to that. Might deal with it in a little different way each time. 10 seconds. The rider ahead of you, your lead rider, is going to be pulling off in 5. Look for that signal. 2, 1. Little signal. Up, up. Come on, guys. You're just feeling the wind in your face. That's why it feels a bit harder. You had shelter. Now it's gone. Holding the speed. Good job, guys. 5, 2, 1, signal, and back it off a little bit. 70%. This first part, getting on the back, harder than you want it to feel. Recover, recover. Awesome. Feeling yourself regroup a little bit. Sitting on the wheel now. And moving into the second last position. Almost at halfway through this 10 minutes. Now guys, nice and quiet in the upper body. Trying to get as much recovery as we can, not wasting any energy around that 90 cadence. All right, sliding into that second from the front position. And learning here to react as soon as you're feeling the other rider moving off, not getting caught asleep. So you then have to potentially punch into an acceleration. Just winding through steadily. In 3, 2, there's the signal. Come on. Up, up. Looking at the road ahead. Don't look down. Just holding the speed. Halfway through your turn. Come on, guys. 8 out of 10. Keep it honest. Almost done. 2, 1. Signal on the back. Expecting it to feel uncomfortable here. This 7 out of 10, way more uncomfortable than comfortable if you're doing it right. Come on, guys. Bringing it down. Recover, recover. All right, you're moving into that brilliant second spot from the end. You can even give yourself a little break in gear. Use cadence. Just don't mess up the speed. Good. This is your resting spot. Stay with it. Feel it through your feet. Okay, second bike. Moving into that second bike position. Shoulders. Breathe. Oh, guys, let yourself breathe. Waiting for the front rider to pull off now. In 10. Looking for the signal. You're ready for it. Already ready to roll past. 2, 1. Up, up. Come on. 85% number. 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Come on, guys. Almost at halfway. Look up the road. Stay with it. Pedal stroke by pedal stroke. 2, 1. Little signal. Off to the back. Last time. Really good, riders. Kept a really good, solid speed. Everyone taking a turn. Everybody managing to pull through for their whole turn, which is awesome. Okay, that's our piece on the back. Moving into that nice second from last rider. Whew. Okay, last one coming up. Good. Just think of the rhythm. Think of the cadence. Strong through the feet. 1 minute total to go in this whole set. Think you can. All right. Second position. Shoulders down. Eyes up. Let's get a little fierce. Heading for that finish line. In 10. Looking for the signal. Gear and cadence, however you want. 2, 1. Come on. Dig in. Come on, guys. Hold on to it. Just towing everyone to the line here now. Less than 10. Stay with it, come on. Push, push. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Awesome. Recover, recover. Easy pedaling. Back down to 3 out of 10. Whatever you need. Those are hard, but as you learn, it's one of the strongest training techniques you can use for building around your threshold where you start to get into distress. And it's a super valuable training system. So the fun thing is, if you can be outside doing it as well with your posse, make sure it's people whose wheels you trust. Learn about that. And I'm going to tell you about the last bit now. Back on the seat of sky. So recover, recover. You have a 16-minute piece coming up here. And we're going to start just around where we left off, because the last 15 kilometers, you really want to break it up and think about it in little pieces. We're going to start in the last 2 minutes of the hill that we hit just at around 108K. And there's hydro lines at the top. We call it Hydro Hill on the seat of sky. It's your cue that at least before the little outskirts of Whistler, that's it. You get over this crest, you do a downhill into the flat, and then you start to have some short pitches all the way to Whistler Village. But we're going to do 2 minutes of the hill, so that's going to be hard. I want you to come off with some stress, meaning you're pushing before we go into the downhill. 80% at a crisp climbing cadence, 80 to 85. Then you're going to be on a downhill. So you're going to take 2 minutes working on leg speed in an easy gear. If you can get over 100 cadence, awesome. Then you're going to be on a flat, 2 minutes at your 60%, and you're going to do that about a 90 cadence. We then hit 2 nasty little pitches with a little level piece in between. The pitches are 5 to 8%, and we're going to roll into them. This is now a lower cadence, 70 to 75. I'm cueing you on all this. I'm just giving you a little rundown while you're resting. And you'll go a minute and a half hard, and then you'll go a minute backing off, trying to get to your 60%, and then a minute hard. Then we're going to do a pace line, okay? Starting with the off. So in the pace line, it'll be slightly different because you're going to be 30 seconds as though you're on the back, 60 seconds in the middle, and then 30 seconds on the front. So I'll cue you on those 3 efforts. So we ready to go? We're going to get right into this now, starting with that 2 minutes. Everyone have a drink. I'll try and get you to drink sometime during the effort as well. Learning to drink when you're under a little bit of stress is valuable, because you can't take your bottle and drink. You might get yourself into hydration problems just because you're not comfortable with the concept. When you're racing, you learn taking a drink sometimes when you know there's going to be some heavy action coming up is not always a good idea. You're up like this and all of a sudden there's a big flurry of racing attacks. Okay, 10 seconds. I said this is just under 16 minutes. Your first part, 80 to 85%, 80-ish cadence. So I'm bringing my cadence down. 2 minutes now. 2, 1. Here we go, guys. Come on. This is that hydro hill. Last pitch before the downhill. Come on, you pushed all the way up to 108K to be here. Awesome job, guys. Think of that single leg drill. Think of pulling through the back of the pedal stroke, your hamstrings, glutes. Relax shoulders. You're over 30 seconds. Come on, guys. Look ahead. Don't look down. Tendency is to turtle at this point. You want to try and stay light like a cloud. In control. Come on, guys. 1 minute done. Pressure through the balls of your feet. Nice and strong. We want to carry it right over the top. Couple of people wobbling around. Even if you're at the 4.5 hour level, 5.5 hour, might be people walking their bikes. Not us, right? Eyes forward, attacking it. Less than 30 seconds. Always, always over the crest. We don't stop the pressure till the downhill, or we lose real estate. Don't like that. 10. Over the crest now. Into the downhill. Coming up. 3, 2, leg speed. Anywhere. Maximum 5 out of 10. Easy. Easy wattage. High leg speed. Come on, guys. Your legs will freeze if you don't keep the blood moving. And you know what's up in the next 12, 13 minutes. Okay? Flushing them. Flushing them. Nice little group you've got here. Awesome job, you guys. You maximize downhills by pushing over the crest into them. As you let the pressure off a little bit, you can even just adjust to gear up sometimes. Doesn't feel any harder. Keeps the bike with good momentum. Practice it when you're out on your own. Sweet spot. Okay, you got another 30 seconds like this. Then we're getting into flat. Going through that little perimeter industrial park, actually where the Olympic Village was as well, for the athletes. 15 seconds. Try and find an optimal cadence, 90 to 100. So dropping it a little bit off the downhill. You're bringing some gear back in. 60%. 2, 1. Come on. Want to see some gear increases. 60%, 6 out of 10. Not too hard. About 90 seconds. Come on, guys, eyes up the road. Good job, everyone. Take this little bit. You know there's a couple of steep hills coming up. You know you're tired. You know everybody's tired. Be on it. Get your gearing right. 60 seconds. I'll give you a good run in. First, pitch is 90 seconds. Your cadence is going to drop right down. We're going to simulate it with quite a bit of gear, 85%, over your 8 out of 10. Okay? You don't commit to this push on these couple little ones, you might be friendless again for the last 8K. Okay, start bringing the cadence down. You can see it right there. Not that intimidating, but it's pitchy. 70 to 75 cadence, gear up, 90 seconds, in 3, 2, 1, come on. Dig in now. Hamstrings. Strong through the feet. Come on, guys. Head up. See the top of someone's head there. Always looking where you want to go. Come on, guys. You got 60 more seconds here. Push, push, push. Over 8 out of 10. Come on, guys. Think you can, think you can. You really want to have your little team out of these 2 hills. 30 seconds. If you need to stand, want to stand, you can do that. It's your style. I know last year I was cramping so bad I couldn't stand. Had to use all seated riding. 10. Come on, guys. We're going to try and get that recovery as quickly as we can. 1 minute coming up. 2, 1, 60%. Bring the cadence up. Use your leg speed. Come on. It's not real recovery. Nowhere near. You're not resting. Trying to bring it down. That number, you can find yourself again. This would be a place to grab a drink. All right. Next pitch. It's a little shorter. 1 minute. Dropping the cadence. Get your gearing right. 70 to 75 RPM. Bring that gear up. This is you trying hard. 8 to 9 out of 10. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Strong. All the way around, guys. Come on. Drive it. Less than 20 pedal strokes, 15 seconds. Probably where you are. Come on. Drive for the top now. Up, 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 up. Head up. Awesome job, 15 seconds. Come on, going right into this pace line. Start picking up the cadence a little bit. Over the crest. 5, 2, 1. 70%. 90 cadence. 6 minutes. Dropping into this pace line. Find your cadence. That's you on the back of the group. From the hard effort over the top of the hill. Come on, guys. And 1 minute. You're in the middle now. 60%. Hold that cadence. Position 3 in the group. Awesome. This is the position where you actually get some recovery. You've been on a wheel, 30 seconds, in the middle. Okay, second from the front now, guys. Getting your composure back. We're gonna go from 60 to 80%. Cadence and gear if you want. 30 seconds. First time. Come on. Never, never, never give up. 3, 2, and come on. 80%. Driving this train. 30 seconds. Oh, look where you want to go. Halfway. Hold the speed. Not trying to shell your people. 2, 1, signal on the back. 70%. This is more what it feels like. First part on the back. Almost as hard as being on the front. Good job. Last wheel. 10 more seconds. And you get that middle part. If you need to stand in a group, this is where you do it. Where you're at the back of the group, not in the middle. Okay? 60%. Hold that cadence. Third wheel. Recover, recover. Come on, stay focused. So close now. Second rider in the group. Enjoying your last bit of being on a wheel. It's a little rolly here. Not any real pitchy hills. Your turn on the front. Bring it up. Cadence and gear. 80%. 2, 1. Come on. Be honest with yourself. Push, push. Come on, guys, get after it. You're the lead rider. You're all holding the speed. 5. Ready to pull off. 2, 1. Little shoulder flick. 70%. Come on, last time. Dig deep now. Worked so hard to be here. Still feels harder than it should. Last position. Going into the middle. 60%. 2, 1. Middle. 90-ish seconds to go. Come on. I don't care where you are in the range of groups on the road. At this point, everyone's digging deep, trying to find what they have left. Make that 6-hour, 5-hour, 4-hour, 3.5. Guys faster than that are just attacking each other. Okay. Getting ready for your time on the front. Make it a little bit longer this time. All right? Cadence, gear, last one. 3, 2, come on guys. Up, 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 up. You're done after this. We might practice a little wind-up sprint, although we're not at the sprint. Last 20 seconds, okay? Cadence. Up, up. Come on. Cadence. Head up. Attack it. 5, 3, 2, and let it go. Good job, everyone. Nice focus. Easy, easy. Whew. Two out of 10, whatever you want. Just keep the legs moving so that you're not dropping everything, potentially cramping. Awesome. So, really good to just be able to break down all these pieces of what comes at you and things you can practice when you're out on the road. Particularly, I'm going to say things like that, rolling over the crest of hills, recognizing when the pitch of the road is starting to go down, and instead of just doing one of these, okay, I'm pedaling, I'm pushing my bike forward, bring in a little bit of gear. Bring in a little bit of gear till you feel like you're not really pushing, you're recovering quickly, but it's helping the momentum of the bike. If you can do that and learn to carry momentum in rollers, you'll find sometimes you'll roll halfway up a little hill, barely even pedaling, right? And then again, learning your gears as you go into the little pitch and easing the gear off as you go up, maybe using that standing we worked on. All about momentum. Good bike riding. Okay, great to see you all. I hope you will continue to join me. We'll do another finish effort on the course. We'll revisit a couple things some of you missed early on, and we'll be dialed. Okay, so thanks a lot. Really fun. That's a wrap for this little